we're now going to talk about rational exponents. And the big key here is if we have the nth root of a, then we're going to define this as meaning the same thing as a to the 1 over n. And the easy way to see this is let's look at the cube root of 5 and 5 to the 1/3. And let's see what happens when we raise both of these to the third power. Well, when we raise a radical to the matching power, we just get 5. The power and the radical cancel each other out. Well, 5 to the 1/3 is cubed is 5 to the 1/3 times 3, which is 5 to the 3/3, which is 5. So these are both the same. It's just a different way of writing it. There's also another one that's useful. We could have the nth root of a to the m. We could rewrite as a to the m over n. Or we could even write it as the nth root of a to the m power. Any of these work fine. So let's just go through these rational exponents now, and let's evaluate them just a little bit. So let's look at the 16 to the 1/2 power. Well, a 1/2 power is the same thing as a square root, so we could consider this as like the square root of 16, which is 4. Or, alternatively, we could do 16 as 4 squared, raised to the 1/2, so 4 to the 2/2, which is 4. So it works out either way. So we can do the same thing as before, we just need to remember that this number gives us what we need. Another example, suppose we have negative 27 to the 1/3. Well, negative 27 to the 1/3 is the same as the cube root of negative 27. Well, negative 27 is the cube root of negative 3 cubed. Since it's odd, we just pop out the negative 3, the whole thing. The negative just follows it through. Well, this behaves similarly to if we do minus 8 to the 1/3. But I'm doing this one in particular. It looks similar, but notice that the power only sees the 8. It doesn't see the negative sign. So this really becomes negative cube root of 8, which is negative cube root of 2 cubed, which is negative 2. And the last one we're going to look at, suppose we have 1/16 to the 1/4 power. Well, that's the same as the 4th root of 1/16, which is the same as the 4th root of 1 over the 4th root of 16, which is 1 over the 4th root of 2 to the 4th, which becomes 1/2. And so we can just reduce it like before and we get our answers. But please, please, please keep in mind the same things we had to worry about before. You can't take a negative 1/2 power because this is the same as the square root of negative 16. So this is not real. We can do this, but we're not going to deal with these right now. For now, we're just going to say that's not a real number, so we're not worried about what it is.